That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Welcome in, Cowboys Nation, to Cowboy Game Day Live, the halftime show presented by Dave's Hot Chicken, America's favorite chicken for America's team. Well, only thing that's been hot is that Ravens offense and run game that has over 100 yards already for you. Cowboys down 21-6 in what looks like the Baltimore Ravens bringing that Baltimore bully ball to town, and the Cowboys picking up right where they left off last week. And rinse, repeat, Jesse, just the same old same. At some damn point, somebody on that defensive side of the ball is going to have to get tired of it, and then offensively, something has to happen. This just is all around a debacle once again, and Cowboys for the third consecutive home game getting embarrassed in the first half.
There's nothing you can do. Like this nothing. If we came into this thing and said, man, what a scheme.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing things that are so forward thinking. They're in 2027 and they're thinking in the way that they're doing. No.
They just straight whooping your ass.
That's it. And that is I remember going back to the Cleveland Browns game. And I said in the second half, I said, something didn't feel right about how we closed that game out.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel right to me. And lo and behold, you come into the Saints game and belt to tail. And you and I both turned on the film, and yeah, there were some scheme things early on. But then they got to a point where they just said, well,
we don't have to do anything
special. We don't have to double team guys. We're just going to. Same things happening today. Like, I tweeted out jokingly, I was like, anytime Todd Muckett decides to drop back and pass the ball, it's a win for the Cowboys defense.
I mean, but it's been a win for them.
But then I was like, oh, my bad, bro. Do what you want, cuzzy, because when you pass the ball, like, they got so arrogant. They was like, oh, we like that screenplay.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. And they ran it back to, like, there was nothing the Cowboys could do defensively. And then on top of that, offensively, guess what? Your O-line is just as bad. And you have a trench situation that is so porous.
You got a tackle problem.
Like you got a tackle. Yeah.
Well, BB got whooped too.
You have problems, and this ain't got nothing to do with scheme. This has everything to do with, as Michael Irvin would say, will. They are breaking your will. They're not scheming. They're not tricking. You ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. They just saying, we gonna just, my boy, we gonna whoop up on you.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson's 10 for 11 for 161 yards and a touchdown.
And I don't think has he thrown a contested throw?
Maybe one time, maybe the incomplete, but it seems like things are just open, and that's a routine thing. Derrick Henry 12 for 52, a touchdown. Lamar 6 for 39, a touchdown. Justice Hill, I feel like every time Justice Hill touches the ball, he's got 3 touches for 38 yards. So every time he touches it, it's over 12 yards a touch. Everything they want to do, they're doing. They punted the ball twice, and really they did that because they was just like whatever, because they could have went for it on both times, but they decided not to. And like you said, on the other side of the ball, it's just nobody's open, nothing's there. And then when you do have quasi time, which really ain't much, sack or some type of pressure. Or when you thought things broke your way, you throw a deep ball, you get the pass interference, you get your left tackle getting whooped. After you're like, okay, your right tackle, Terrence Steele, who's not my cousin anymore. He's a distant cousin. He's only in the family because he's married. I'm married to his peoples. If he comes to the cookout, I'm looking at him like, who's that? He got to go wait in the car. But no, in all seriousness, on the play, you're like, oh, my God, he didn't die. Your rookie dies. Yeah. And it comes back, and you, fortunately, you got Brandon Aubrey. You got Brandon Aubrey, ladies and gentlemen.
Let that just sink in for a second. And then when you drop, but wait, you drive the ball into the field and you're going in to score again. What happens? Your primetime star receiver fumbles the football. Like when Brandon Aubrey is your bright spot on your roster. Like, let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Aubrey is the light of your roster. You're in a bad place, man.
One of my things that I jokingly said at the pregame show was, hey, they'll win if they get out in front and be what they are, which is front runners. What did they do the first possession, Jesse? Kickoff, holding. 3rd and 1, you convert, full start. 3rd and 10, full start. Punt. 2nd or 3rd possession, you start to get down and about to score, fumble. I mean, this team just constantly against these quality opponents, it feels like, comes out dead, uninspired, not prepared, undisciplined.
Yeah.
That's 3 games in a row, all at home. All at home.
Yeah. Right.
I don't have an answer, Sway.
They can't get right. Like, and it's at this point in time, honestly, like, we can all point your fingers out. Just point both of your fingers out.
It's not enough fingers.
We could. Who's to blame?
Everybody.
Spirit fingers. Like, it's just spirit fingers of blame.
It's not enough fingers to go around, man. Everything about what's happening right now is
like, it's
bad.
A player problem. Like, and we talked about culture a lot when it comes to this team. This team ain't tough. Like,
nope. No.
This team ain't tough. Like, I don't care what y'all say, and this could get viral, and y'all can find me wherever you want.
And that's what it is.
Y'all ain't tough. Y'all ain't tough. Y'all let stuff happen, and don't nobody got to pay consequences for it. Like,
happy birthday, Jordan Phillips.
Like, yeah, it is so bad. It's so bad. So you're not tough. It was supposed to be. I was getting ready to say it's supposed to be when Mike Zimmer came in. Oh, he's going to be the disciplinarian. You ain't disciplined. Now, Mike McCarthy, I fought for you as long as I possibly could, my boy. Your scheme ain't working. Like, you're antiquated and outdated, right? And now you don't have anything that you make. People don't fear anything from you anymore.
Nothing.
This is
and what I don't want to hear.
Team, man.
I don't want to hear. It's okay. It's only week 3. What more do you need to see? What more do you need to see over the last 24, 36 months? Or some will go back 30 years. But I'm just talking about with this regime, with this coach. With what more do you need to see that this is just who they seem to be against these type of opponents,
this
man.
Team is cooked.
They'll whoop on the Giants, Jesse.
Maybe.
But I'm sick of this. It's just the same type of way they play against these type of opponents, man. Because I refuse this year to ignore the red flags. If you think this isn't a red flag and it's week 3, you're in for a rude awakening unless shit changes drastically.
And the thing is, the changes, like, what changes can you make?
I don't know, but what I mean is,
like,
everything has to change drastically.
Personnel-wise, you can't go get anybody
else. No one
person
is changing it, no. I don't even know if a coach will change. But what I mean is, if this is what you're going to run out there, every aspect of what you're doing has to do a complete 180. And that's hard to do in the National Football League.
And not only is it hard to do in the National Football League, I stand on this. It's even harder when you start dealing with older school coaches because they are stubborn and stubborn and stubborn. And we give coaches, like we sometimes give coaches all this credit about how smart they can be. What we don't do is we don't ostracize them enough and shame them enough for how stubborn, dumb they can be. Because guys like Mike McCarthy and guys like Mike Zim, they only know one way, and that's their way. And it's been that way for ages, for 20, 30 years. And when you refuse to change and you refuse to come into the 21st or 22nd, whatever the hell century that we are in, when you refuse to do that, these are the consequences that you pay. This is it right here. This is the consequences that you play when you have to go and deal with old, antiquated style offenses and defenses. You're now faced with some younger, more innovative, more experienced in the new style of what things going coaches. And when you refuse to change, you're going to get your tail handed to you each and every week. And yeah, cool. You may go and beat the Giants midweek. Maybe. But you don't get, it's like
no points
when you grow up in the hood and you beat little man who really can't fight, you don't get points for that. You don't get cool points because you beat little man who couldn't fight. When you beat the bully, though, when you got to go step up and see the bully and you really face him, now you got the juice now. So this, when y'all put this performance on, the Cowboys put this performance on, like it's.
If they want any shot in the second half, the defense is going to have to do a complete 180, and offensively they have to clean it up in those plays. But
they can't.
I'm just trying to do some type of analysis, but there really ain't much analysis.
What are you gonna do?
Like just getting their ass whooped.
Like what are you gonna do? Like the best bet is
they're running on the inside on you. They're running on the outside on you. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. It's right there on the film. It's right there. That's what they can do to you, and they're doing whatever they want to do. And again, they just have to do a complete 180. And
like the guys in the first half that had the jerseys on, like they're not coming out of halftime with like different jerseys. Like there aren't different dudes that are coming out. Like you know what I'm saying? Charles Haley ain't coming out in the locker room.
Troy and Mike and Emmett ain't coming out.
They're not coming out the locker room, my boy. Like those guys ain't coming out the locker room. The Deion Sanders, the Darren Woodson, they ain't coming out the locker room for the second half of football. The same dudes who went in there gonna be the same dudes that come out of there deflated, demoralized, disappointed, and soft.
And you heard it here first, Cowboys Nation. We will see you guys in the post-game show, but shouts out to Dave's Hot Chicken, America's favorite chicken for America's team.